Alright, we are back, and as mentioned, here we are outside of the base looking at all the welding and building I had done. I put up glass walls around here so that so that we get a little bit of extra light in for now. Eventually this will be enclosed. But yep, we got an entire layer of frames up above. And over here we have the kind of main hall. This just reminded me of something. I want to set something up out here. So let's go ahead and start printing some stuff off. So, yeah, let's print those quick. 25, that sounds about right. What I'm going to print is called cladding. Now if I catch this, I might stop at around 10. We'll see. So, last episode I was having an issue with the gas fuel generator, and it was the addition I made. So right about here is where I had the bit that grabs power generation and it puts it into the DB. The problem is I used register 0 for grabbing the power generation, and I use register 0 up here, which is supposed to be the battery ratio. So it was anytime I would generate power, well, that's obviously above 0.75. So that was the bug. I found it right away. I just didn't want to try and debug it on screen. So we have another tragic situation here. Somehow all of our fuel started disappearing. It's so strange. You know, we're using it for power, but where could all of that power have gone? And in completely unrelated news, I filled all of my nuclear batteries. Oh, looks like I didn't stop it in time. Oh well. Let's grab those. Okay, so cladding. They look a lot like a wall, but they don't hold pressure back. So you can't use them as walls. And the main reason they don't hold pressure is because you can make nice shapes with them, and that's what I'm doing here. So I'm going to just place out some of these composite cladding, long angled. Here, there. Up here. This way I don't have to use my jetpack to actually get up to the base. Just walk along them like that. You can see they've got a little bit of a lip there. I'll probably put some floor grading or something. Oh, speaking of floor grading, you probably noticed those already. I placed some of those here because it was getting kind of annoying. When you walk over the doors, you have a little bit of a bump even now. But if you don't have the floor grading there, it's a pretty big bump. And it was just getting irritating, so I put them there. I also put some at the entrance to the mushroom room. Okay, we want... It's hard to kind of see what what these actually are. Okay, that's the long inner corner. Did I miss it, or do they not have that? That variety. They might not have it. So I might just have to use that one. Scroll through these again a little bit. Okay, those are all rounded, not angled. Yeah, so there's another. Those are for inner corners, not outer corners. Okay. Okay, there's the one that's outer corner long, but huh. Oh well. Wow. Just toss them there for now. So I've got this ready for an airlock eventually. I probably won't yet because we're going to have a problem getting enough gas in here. As you can see, I put up lockers, um, printed a couple of frames, just a couple of walls, and then flat walls. Those I haven't shown yet, but these are great because um, they're just a flat, you know, they look a lot like the cladding, but these will be airtight. It's one of my favorite ones, just because then it goes basically with everything. Decorating isn't exactly my strong suit. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Another thing I wanted to do is open. One sec. Switch those off to conserve power. So one of the packages I haven't opened yet is it says portables package. It's the portable scrubber. So let's go ahead and actually let's go into the mushroom area because I think that has a little bit of pollutants. That just popped up because the jetpack, it needs it's a pressure differential, so you can see it's 104 in here, 104 compared to a 528, so it doesn't exactly equal 422, but I'm not sure. Maybe it requires more than 4 kilopascals difference or something. I don't know. Anyway, portable scrubber is in this package, so let's go ahead and open another or pull the next thing out. So yeah, it gives you a battery to use for it. Gives you a filter for pollutants. And I think, yep, last one is filter for volatiles. We're not going to put that one in because in this room, oh, apparently there isn't any pollutants. I could have swore in my testing I had found some. Okay, well, don't need it. Mainly I just wanted to open that so we had that stuff available to us. Oh, since I'm in here, top off my water. Food should last, but water probably won't. Yeah, and there goes the jetpack warning. I've just been putting a lot of my old batteries here. Eventually I'll probably make another battery charger for some of them. I'll probably only keep like 3 or 4 in the charger of the nuclears. And yes, I'm having trouble pronouncing that. It's one of the easiest words in the world, but still. Alright, so I did a thing. People who've played the game will know that spray cans, and you can see they're kind of missing. Spray cans can't go into a tool slot like that, which is really unfortunate because there's 12 colors and 12 slots in the Mark II tool belt, but paint guns do. So yes, I went through the trouble of painting all of the spray guns and even naming them. Oh, that one, how can that be? It just says brown, not brown spray gun. That was a close one. Okay, that appears to be the only one I made a mistake on. So this is going to be really handy. We can just come over here. Oh, that one was already on. Okay. Portable connector there. Let's see. Oh, I had some more stuff I needed to print. Got a list of things I needed to paint, but they're not there. We're going to print what's called a gas mixer. There we go. We'll change it so that it doesn't print a second. We're going to build an advanced airlock cartridge, or circuit board. And we're going to paint that. Is that it for the painting? Yes. For orange, anyway. Alright. We have the advanced airlock circuit board. I will eventually be setting that up there. Let's see, I put a transformer and another air vent, gas sensor, console. We'll be swapping out the doors to make it a full-fledged airlock, and I'll kind of go over the difference between a regular airlock and that advanced airlock. So one of the first things we're going to be dealing with here is the fuel. We may as well start mixing our own fuel. That's why I wasn't too worried about using up all the fuel. All right, now we're going to paint some stuff red here. We're going to paint this red, and okay, that can't be painted yet. That can. Yeah, we won't worry about those for now. So part of getting fuel is that we need to grab volatiles. So yeah, if you look at the fuel mix, it's a 2-to-1 ratio of volatiles to oxygen, the 2 being volatiles. So we're going to need to set up an ice crusher and some other stuff so that we can use the volatile ice. Do I have any on me? I do not. Ah, yes, here we go. I printed off some mining backpacks. This one's copper, this one's silicon, this one, even though it's the same color, is oxide, white for oxygen, even though it has some nitrogen in it. And yeah, I painted that and that. Stackers look weird when they're painted. So that's ready for later. Oh, we do need one more thing. I was looking at my to be painted list, or to be printed list. Heat exchanger, small direct heat exchanger, that should suffice. We'll just use this stack of 15 here. I started printing, you probably noticed, some insulated pipes. Those are ones that you don't have to use the adhesive insulation. You just print them straight from the pipe bender. And I did that because we're doing pretty good on steel now. All right, looking at my notes again. And I did miss one more thing that needed to be painted, a stack of pipes. To avoid confusion. Because yep, now that we're kind of ramping things up, color coding things is very important. Oh, speaking of, since we're in a painting mood, when it comes to base, base level power and power and gases, my standard is purple because it's just kind of a nice color that's not really used by much anything. I can't think of anything offhand, so it just makes sense. So anytime I need to, lay piping for the breathable atmosphere, I use purple pipes. Whenever, whenever I need the heavy cabling, I'll use purple. So this will all need to be replaced. This long here, and I'll string it along up above for the separate airlocks and such. I might not do all of that on screen, but I'll try to do a little bit. But that's more important later. Just wanted to get all the painting out of the way first. Move the mic, sorry if that came across. Okay, so some of this is kind of dual purpose. You'll notice the canister, that doesn't make much sense for the, if we're just mixing gas, but I'll get to explaining that. Okay, so put the air crusher down, and of course I didn't grab an iron sheet for that. Usually that's the kind of thing I try to plan out ahead, but I'll just bring these with me too. Slap them in the locker down here. Should be rare that I need iron, but better safe than sorry. There we go, and yeah, you can see I put a nuclear battery in that. Kind of the things I use the nuclear battery in are the heart suit, the welder, the portable light. I don't have one in there yet, but it will eventually. And the mining drill. So that's why I printed 8. I've got 4 that I can have equipped, and then 4 that I can swap out for. Finish that with cables. Now, we're going to do a similar design here. May as well put that one right next to it. Well, no, just in case, I'll move it over. Because there's a weird thing where it's really tough to turn this on because you're aiming at the chute right now, even though you can't see, or the cursor isn't on the chute, so you got to kind of come at it from an angle. And if the stacker was in the way, that'd be kind of a pain in the butt. So we're going to put it right here again, same as the other one. We'll give it a chute network of its own. Okay, so how many more? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 6, so we could go up 1 more on each. And since I'm lazy and this area isn't pressurized, I'm just going to fly up here. There we go. All right, in addition, we're going to have an IC housing with an IC10 in there. It's going to come out, gas is going to come out this way. Just so you're aware, if you might be wondering why we're not setting up a filtration unit here, if we look for Ice Volatiles, there it is, Ice Volatiles, not the pure ice. That's similar to the carbon dioxide that we found frozen in the Stirling Engine room, where they have 50 of said material, and they're pure, as the name implies. So if you look at the ice volatiles, you can see there's only one ingredient, and that is volatiles themselves. So we don't need to use a filtration unit for this one. Okay, let's get some of this started here. I think, yeah, we can just bring it straight down again. And there's kind of a secondary purpose here. if you may remember from quite a few episodes ago now, I had mentioned that the Stirling engine was probably equipped with volatiles for its working gas, but it turned out that it wasn't. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set up a system to fill this canister with enough volatiles to get, you know, like a near perfect setup for the Stirling engine. Okay, I'll go with those. And I'll probably branch this off this direction. Let's see. This part I didn't fully plan out, so I'm kind of winging it here. Yeah, this will probably be sufficient. Put it right about there, or maybe, especially since we don't have any of this done. Oh, and that canister is empty, so I don't need to worry about voiding any of the materials that came out of there. I'll direct this over this way instead. Give a little bit of clearance just in case we need room for pipes in the future or anything. Good enough. Okay, let's start setting this stuff down again. Canister, pipe, and I'll get this started because I really want to get that going. The fuel mix is lower priority in my opinion. I think we're ready to start cabling stuff up. Poor cable design. Yeah, there we go. We'll send it this way. We'll get up that right here. Okay, we've got all those connected. And we're actually going to connect up to this gas tank storage as well, because we want to read how much is in the canister. Okay. Let me get out of the sunlight. Oh, there's a little bit of CO2 in here, so if I were to try and split some of those volatiles off in there, it would have ended up melting, and that would have been annoying. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, that's going to be a little troublesome for our advanced furnace. Is that splitting off stacks soon is going to be annoying because we're gonna have a pressurized atmosphere in here. I'll probably want more of these eventually, so we'll just set them right there. And $50 would work, but while I'm at it, I'm just going to set it to 500. And we'll turn on this. Now, if you're wondering why 4, as in 4 volatiles, the answer is that, wow, is that done already? Oof. The Stirling engine, the working gas for it, 70 moles of volatiles is about perfect. apparently. I haven't done the research on that myself, but okay, let's edit this. So yeah, we still got the GFG code in, but that's not what we want. Got a custom script here. I'll go over what it does in just a sec here. Okay, it's really simple. It connects to the volume pump over here, connected to the red pipe, and the gas storage. Sets the speed essentially of the volume pump to 0.01, and it should range from about 1 to 10, but I want a very slow speed because I want to get as close to that 70 as possible. So let's do instead 69.99. Get it as close as possible. So first thing it does is it says, okay, is the gas storage, is it occupied? Essentially, and this is load slot. The canister inside the gas storage tank is in what's called a slot in it, and it's saying, okay, look in slot 0, is that slot occupied? Second thing it does is it looks at the quantity. Quantity is the quantity of moles inside the canister. And as I said, yep, we're going to look for less than 69.99. That should give us really darn close to 70. So there it does an and. Okay, is it occupied and is it less than 69.99? If it is, then turn on the pump. So really simple and straightforward. Export that. Put it in there, and now let's set. Oh, it's going to be a lot easier to find these if we name them. Probably only one of these is going to be showing up, but just in case, and probably the same for the pump, but naming things is a good habit to be in. Volume pump volatiles, good. Gas tank storage volatiles. Okay, so yes, I was talking about Y4, just to tie that all in together. So we know that Ice Volatiles is 22. The number of volatiles that we would need then is less than 4, but we can't do a partial nugget of ice. Okay, so that, if we turn this on, it should set the volume pump. Yep, you can see the setting is 0.01 liters. Excellent, and it's starting to draw in some of the volatiles in there. And we're just going to let that run. Oops, that's the wrong container. Then I'll swap this out for the canister we have in there when time allows, or when it's all ready. Okay, the gas mixer, I will. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the next episode on that one. Right now I want to show kind of the pressurization process here. So we're just going to finish that. That's the advanced airlock circuit in there. First thing we need to do is deconstruct this. Good. And replace it with a composite door. And I'm going to need glass and plastic for that. Oops. Oh, iron sheets there. There we go. All right. So weld the plastic. crowbar on the glass. We'll open that up again. Now we need to do wiring. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to do it all from this side. And we do need to connect this door when it's ready, so wire that up as well. Okay, I think that's everything. We have that transformer power set. Okay. Oh, that's one thing I forgot. I need a pipe. For now, we'll just use an insulated pipe. This all is still kind of temporary. Oh, actually, no, that's a bad place for it. Place it there, and then we'll need a passive vent. And we don't need an insulated passive vent because there's not an atmosphere outside. The insulated passive vents are actually for this situation because some of the heat will leave. And even here, some of it will radiate off because it's in vacuum, but it's going to be so inconsequential that we're not going to worry about it. Okay. I hate it when I feel like I'm forgetting something because, yeah, these situations are a little sensitive. All right, so this is actually going to be. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter whether it's interior or exterior. I'll just declare the manufacturing area to be interior. So the first thing we want to do is watch for this, that to change. Oh, and actually, yeah, we can close that. I'm going to wait to open that because we want, okay, yeah, exterior, that's good. That means we can do that one as interior. I don't know why that is now disabled, why it's not accessible. That's strange. Oh, okay, maybe this is the new feature. There was a bug with the vents where on a save and a load you could end up changing what one it is. Okay, for now we're going to do internal pressure to 0 because internal should be manufacturing room, and external will also do 0 because we don't want to draw in gas with this vent. That would be rather slow. Okay, it's time to open this up. And I gotta make sure, yes, my AC is on. Disassemble this whole thing quick. There we go, and now we're going to reassemble it with the composite door. If we can find the location. It's a little fiddly to try and get these to fit in here, but you know, if you do it a few times, you'll probably get used to it. I totally didn't leave that glass sheet on the other side of the door. I don't know what you're talking about. My fingers were getting ahead of themselves. I hit F, but it must have took right after I hit the tilde key. Okay, and open that. When you establish, especially an advanced airlock, be really careful about which door is open, which one's closed. All right, so we're gonna try this one. All right, that one's external. That's what we wanted. This one will be internal. There we go. So yes, when you have one open, that kind of tells the circuit board which mode it's in. So it knew, since the exterior door was open, that we're in the exterior, and when we won't cycle, we're going to be cycling to interior. So there we go. We now have relatively easy access to here once we get things pressurized in this manufacturing area. But that's unfortunately going to have to wait because that's going to take a lot of power because I'm going to need to process a lot more oxygen. I'm just going to take this vent here and set it down and vent in a whole bunch of oxygen, and then we'll jam in oxides into this until we're a decent pressure, and then I can even break open this, leave this open all the time so that the air just flows freely between the areas. Okay, so we didn't get to that either. Okay, I guess next episode will be getting the gas mixer set up. And sorry for leaving that one hanging. And hopefully at the same time we will we'll get the rest of this area pressurized. All right, well, stay tuned. See you next episode.